Hey you guys, it's Dani. So today I wanted to present her to you guys. So I went back and forth a lot for like a whole month. Am I going to sell it? Am I not? Am I not? It was really, really hard to make this decision, but ultimately I think she is destined for someone else. Because I have a couple more in mind and I can't keep them all, right? So this is Lydi. Lydi has a bat. This is HTV that I did a little design, cut out, and then heat pressed onto this kind of cotton style paper. It is 3 signatures, all hand bound. It's a little pumpkin closure that comes around with some bats and a moon charm, which unwinds here. Now, they're pretty tight on there. It only really needs 1 loop to kind of hook it closed. There's the little other jack-o'-lantern. And here we go. So she's got a bat spine that has lace here, so you can kind of see she's big, she's thick. Where are you? There we go. So you can kind of see in between my signatures all the bats and stuff here. So I wanted to do a flip through of this big bad mamma jamma to show you guys before it hits my shop. By the time you see this, it should be up. And of course, there's only one. So first come, first serve for this one. It took me a total of 5 weeks, I believe, to complete. And she's packed full of goodies. So let's take a look. All right. So I'm just going to do kind of like a quick flip through. Nothing too crazy, just to kind of show you guys what we're looking at. Plenty of spaces to write in this one. But I added a bunch of really fun elements because, I mean, it was like Halloween themed. So she's got to be, right? Plenty of pumpkins and skeletons and all the spooky things. Moonlight and madness, if you will. Now this one has tea stained, I believe. And so throughout, there are little figures here. You'll see them with their eyes crossed out. This one was done in by poison. So some of the pages are stamped. I have all kinds of little fold outs here and collages, spaces to write. So this is napkin that I kind of tore up, kind of rolled off, and so it gives this really, really cool texture to it. That's really, really fun. Things from old books and magazines, stickers. Again, this is tea stained. I don't know if there's any other staining aside from tea. I have a lot of ephemera in here as well. So these are extra. So you can take them off. You can put them places. You can keep them on here. But that way you can have stuff that matches and is on theme to use if you so choose. Things from storybooks and quotes. I do this thing called What I Want. I sleeve in with a bag. These have coloring pages in it. This one, this signature, does. And then I put some little tabs. So this is a little pull out, which you can keep folded or not. You can always do that, but it's a big pull. So I like to just fold it in because I wanted to get the full look at the bones, right? The bones. I didn't want to cut it off in a weird place. More tea and coffee stains. So I think there is some coffee in here. Lots of texture. This one has cheesecloth. A few of my favorite things. It's got some kind of distressing on the outside. These are all stitched little pieces of all the papers that are in here. We have some Mystic Masters cards, as well as more ephemera. This one, look at this. Isn't that the craziest sticker you've ever seen? I was like, yeah, it's weird. It needs to go in here. So on the back of this burlap, I made a space where you could write. And then we have this little tab with, again, space to write, especially if you have like gel pens, white pens, gray, they'll all go in there. And these, you can see these lovers. Something might have happened to him with the arsenic. Who knows? We have washi. These have some more of the little sewn in pieces. We have some vintage Halloween ads and stuff that I found. Some that I have in this really cool little book, and others that I go on and I search the public domain stuff and I find them. This page has a little tab here. More cards, a palmistry guide. Places to tuck in. Thinking about Halloween. We have the Scream. More stenciling. Just some distressing. These have some tarot cards in it. This has a little tab on it. You can kind of open to the page, kind of get you to different spots. I made sure that I added in plenty of space to write. I mean, of course, if you're like me, I just write on whatever. I write on and over and everything else. So this one I put a couple of holes through just to give some texture. And we're on to our second signature. This one has, again, a little tab. Stuff to play with and write on and enjoy. I'm finding really good use for some of my cards, as you can tell. My old Mystic Masters. This one is from, I think, my majors only. Oh no, this is from one of my older ones that had missing cards. So I use those. And then the little cards like these, as well as the other one from like the herbiary. These here are the ones from the book. I now have the big copies, the sustainable, like, actual oracle cards, so I've been using those to spruce up my ephemera. Some more little fortune telling, and then some pumpkins. And I just thought this was really fun. I just tore up a bunch of paper. This one is actually cabbage dyed. I don't know if you can tell, but it's like, it's got a blue hue to it. These are cabbage dyed papers that I just kind of tore up and made it look like, you know, the crow had made it. Kind of an unfolding sheet to write on. Jane Austen quote, "I was quiet but not blind," on this, like, is this a supernova? I don't remember. It was from one of my National Geographic magazines that I found. This one was so much fun to put together, y'all. So this, again, is a napkin, and you'll see bits and pieces of it throughout. It was just such a really fun design, and you can do so much with it. I tore off the back, because napkins usually come 2-ply, right? So you tear off the back, and then you can just use the front and the back, honestly. I've used the back as well, for all kinds of really cool stuff. Oh, I lied. Look, there we have our avocado dyed. Stamps. Paint that's also been kind of aged and stained. Old vintage books that I use. This one was a children's book that actually talked about Halloween, which was really fun. So tea-dyed paper. Tea-dyed paper. More of the same. I have a couple of pieces of art in here. More avocado. Some more ephemera. In here, the little cauldron. Look how cute. So I was able to use all my little like witchy and Halloween style papers and ephemera, and I was just like so freaking tickled to be able to do this. I just love it. Check this out. This is my favorite part. So this is a plastic page. It almost looks like mercury glass. It's got some like stained looks, but it's so cool. It just adds like such a cool texture and look to this. So I left this page blank, that way you could get the full effect. But even on the opposite side, like look how cool when you open it. It's like my favorite sheet. Then we have our toad tongues. All the little places to write or draw or add to. And then there, see, you can see it still looks really cute with stuff on it. Do you hear that? I don't know if y'all be able to hear it, but there's somebody that's driving up and down. I'm gonna have to like cut it out. Like, it's so loud, y'all. It's so loud. Anyway, I'm like, the second I sit down to do this, somebody's got to be stupid obnoxious. Anyway. Again, more little collages, little vignettes, if you will. Cute little stickers, and again, vintage Halloween things that I was able to find. Oh, this one comes open, so you can do that. Just like, I don't know what I want to do with this, and so I did this. I don't know. You can write on it however you will. To you, this was fun. So I took a piece of paper and I created a pocket and cut out the little skull, put that on there, and then we have just little pieces of ephemera. Oh, here's another one that I actually made from the extra card on the Halloween tarot, the one in the tin. And so beware the stairs. He may have had a mishap. Just some really great little fun pieces to stick in there. More dyed pages. Now this is a pocket here. This jack-o'-lantern with stickers and different pages and textures. You can use. This one has two sides. So it's got a coppery side and a black and white. With some really awesome like woven textured paper, which you can kind of write on the back if you wanted, or you can use to like create another thing. There's a little bit of glitter in here. Just kind of hiding away places, because I did try to do a glitter page and it didn't quite work out how I wanted it to. So we fixed it, but there's still remnants of glitter, so that's just a surprise in there. more just kind of ephemera and stuff here. Some really cool quotes. We have a Halloween fairy coming out of a shell. I thought she was cool, man. This is another little pocket. This one has a bookmark with the moon phases. Just some little bits and bobs all kind of stuck around in there. Little place to write here. And then onto our last signature. More avocados stained. Look at that, how that came out. Isn't that cool? I love when it does this. Sometimes it'll do it, sometimes it won't. It's like those little pieces that come up and you're like, yes, so cool. This one has a bit of cabbage dye on it. Some more pieces to write with. This one has a binder clip on it. Again, more little tickets and stuff. Stamps. This is an envelope here with a couple things in it. There might be something else in there. Is there? No, that's it. Okay, I thought there was more in there. Maybe there was, and I moved it. So you can open this and have that. I love this. We have our little vintage voyages hanging out in there. You gotta have Poe in anything Halloween themed, in my opinion. This was super fun. So I made a little book, right? So you open and it's got all kinds of different pages. This one is some more cabbage dyed pages. And the back. So a nice little mini book in here. And one of our belly bands. Look at this, how cool, y'all. Do you see why I had so much trouble? Like, do I want to let her go? I don't know why I think she's just like so cool. All the pages that I found, and was able to kind of put together just made me so incredibly excited. They were just so cool. Well, she opens to a full space. And then you can also open her this way, right this way as well. Oh, look, this has, matter of fact, this has the back of the napkin. So it gives you almost like a blur, and you can write over everything and it not look like you're trying to write over a page. It's subtle, but it's definitely enough to kind of push those words in the background. I did the full page on this side. You can see some of the ink from the front side of the napkin, which also added another like really neat element. It looks like it's all distressed, which I thought was kind of cool. Haunted house. Some stickers. Now, these pages and the one that looks like this, I got from a vintage Halloween book from like Amazon that was like, you can cut out and decorate pages and blah blah blah, and it had such great pieces in it, but unfortunately everything kind of looked like it was printed off of a printer and then bound, which is a big bummer. So it works fine for what I needed, but I was just like kind of bummed. I don't like this. Hold on. There we go. It did it again. Hold on. You turd. There we go. I like that better. Okay. I mean, it still worked really well, but I would have liked them to be a little more clear. The ones that weren't very clear I didn't really use. But some of them are really nice. But I was just kind of bummed. Here we have another page that has all kinds of little places to write on. Now this one, usually they lay relatively flat, and it does. It lays flat, but because she's kind of big, there's a little bit of space here. Some more stencils and ink. This was fun. Some ink splotches. I mean, how perfect was that, right? Public death, private murder. I found that and I was like, man, I might have really liked this book. It's unfortunate that I tore it apart very quickly. This is one of my drawings that I had kind of cut into sticker form, and then I put in here. It's my little plague doctor. Again, some more stickers. Some images from my old witches almanac, which, again, they run out after the year, but like, keep them around. They make really great books to kind of tear up. Another Mystic Masters joined in. This one was the small death card. Stickers. Things to write on. This is a little distressed paper clip that I made. Some more papers to write on. Can lift here. It's right behind. Oh, this was a cool one. This one kind of opens up all the way out here. So we have spaces to write here and on here. I was able to cut out some of these little triangles on the extra piece that I had and added him in there. And then just a really cool page. So I had to do something fun with that. So I thought it was pretty funny. I put, you have to have an open heart because he's all open, right? This one is, I was going to say it's coffee stained, but it's not. I ink stained this with some of my, oh my gosh, words, Dani, words, with some of my stencils. I have some really cool, like, coffee looking stencils. And just more places to write. You can turn this around, or you can use them as just whatever you want. Just ephemera. Just fun, pretty things. Fun, pretty things. Our little vintage peeps. Is this not the best sticker? Like, it's just the best. It's the best. It's just the best. And then our sweet little girl. Holiday greetings. And we have stained pages. This one is all watercolors, black and orange. And this is the end. And she will be signed and named here. But there she is, you guys. There's Lydi. So I hope you guys enjoyed this look at Lydi. She was an absolute pleasure to create. I had so much fun, like, focusing on, like, a main theme and kind of going for it. It was, I mean, like, I always have, like, kind of a theme. I have, like, things going on, but I never did one that was, like, fully, like, this is Halloween, spooky things, you know, black cats and bats and skeletons, you know? It was so much fun to just really hone in on this theme and just make it, you know, what it is. And so I think I'm going to maybe do that more often. I do like making general books. And I believe that, I think because this one took me so long and I put so much time and effort into it, I think I want to do these, you know, maybe once every couple of months, because they do take so much time. But I think I want to also start adding in some that really doesn't, I say this, if you're the Mystic fam, you know how hard it is for me not to add stuff. But I think I'm going to try to put together some that are just cool pages and like no big elaborate kind of art, quote unquote, like art pieces inside. Something a little more chill, but I have a too much gene. Do you guys remember Jenna Marbles? And she always talked about having the too much gene. Like, I share this with her when it comes to stuff like this. I have a too much gene, and it just likes to go wild. And so, we'll see how it goes. But I'm going to try to do a variety where it's not always chock-a-block full. But, you know, c'est la vie. Anyway, I hope you guys enjoyed. If you are interested in joining our Mystic fam, that's going to be down below, as well as links to my Etsy shop where I usually share my handmade journals. And all kinds of other links, if you guys want to check them out, those are going to be down below. So I am sending all my love. Thank you so much for watching, guys. We'll see you all very soon. Later, Gators.